Hello, everybody. We just had the Apple event, and I forgot to do a video about setting the line setup in order to hit the throne in one shot. But I'll make it right now. It's really simple. All you have to do is add or subtract 30 or 15, depending on how you're doing your line. But for example, you're gonna grab the chords for the throne, which is 250 and 600, and I guess if you go in left to right, the only uh, coordinate that's gonna change is gonna be the X one. For example, in order to set it up fast, you take a 250 minus 30, which is gonna be 210, and you're gonna leave 600 uh, alone. Oh, there's one right there. So when you hit the apple, you have to use the T4 march, the 15 spaces, because when you hit from left to right or up and down, the apple will travel 30. Well, it's gonna travel 15 spaces, but in the coordinates it's gonna be double that. So if you hit from left to right, it's gonna land on this one, and since it's landing on the castle or either a monster or a tile, it's gonna bounce another 15 places. So if we count that, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, oh, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 is already on the throne area, so it's already gonna count. 14 and 15. 15 is gonna be dead on center. So we already have one spot right here. So since we're subtracting in this case from the x coordinate, so we're gonna take 220 minus 30 is 190. And here, either you're gonna place a camp, or if you have farms, you can place a farm right here. And 190 minus 30 is 160. Right here, you're gonna place another one. And you're gonna keep doing the same thing. 130. Another one right here. Since we have a tile right here, sorry, since we have a tile right here, we don't need to put a camp, or we can't. But the apple is gonna bounce, and that's gonna count to make your apple go 15 spaces further. And it's gonna keep doing the same thing until you hit the throne. Um, this one. So 100, yeah, 100, then minus 30 is 70. On this one, you're gonna place a camp or a farm, like I said. And we have a monster right here. So now this area is where the apples appear. So either you're gonna keep this monster and go back further to uh, 10 to right here, and you're gonna start bringing your apples to this point right here. And from here, you're gonna select T4 and hit to the right. When you hit to the right, the apple will travel, bounce on this one, bounce on this one, and it's gonna keep doing the same thing until it reaches the throne. And that's how you set up a line, an apple line. That's going from left to right or right to left. It doesn't matter. The only change it happens from if you start on that right side. Instead of subtracting 30, you're gonna add 30. So it's 250 to 80. And here is where you're gonna put a farm, an account, something in order to make the apple bounce. Like I said, this is going from left to right, right to left. Now, if you're gonna do it up and down, the only change, let me change this back. Instead of using the X, you're gonna go use the Y. So if you're hitting from the top to the bottom, you're gonna subtract 30. 600 is 570. Oh, there's a count right there. So, oh, sorry, 540, and looks like this. Somebody already made an apple line, and that's how you set up that line really quick without having to count space by space. Yeah, so somebody already made a line right here. So that's how you set up a line really quick and easy. But if you're doing from the bottom up, all you have to do, instead of subtracting, you're gonna start adding the 330. 600 is 630, and you're gonna place an account right here. Wow, choose that. 660, and you're gonna place an account right here. As you can see, somebody has a line set up, slightly off the center, but it still works. I'm just making the reference, the throne coordinates, but you can do it from 251, 601, and just subtract the 30 of each one. Now, if you're doing diagonally, like this, it's a little bit trickier, because instead of adding and subtracting 15 and 30, I mean, instead of adding or subtracting 30, you're gonna do half of that. So let's say I'm shooting from this direction towards the turn. So it's gonna be to right and bottom. So it's gonna increase on both X and Y. So it's 265 and 600, 615. And this is where you're gonna place an account. Looks like somebody might use this one to bounce the apple. So I'm just gonna take this account to check the other ones. 65 plus 15 is 70, 80. 280. 65, 630. On this one, you're gonna hit the statue, so or the coin, whatever you want to call it. So you don't need to place an account on this one. But the other guy, remember that it was a space below us. So this guy or girl made her line apple slightly off the center. You can see it right here again, and just remember that if you go diagonally, you're gonna have to subtract or add 15 instead of 30, and that's basically it, guys, for this video. And I mean, it's really simple just to set up the line. Once you figure that it's only adding or subtracting 30 30 not spaces but the number itself, because when I started I was doing the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. Oh, and I guess I didn't do it right because this is where I put my cap earlier. So that's the that's the issue when you do it manually, or you start counting from one space to another one. You might slightly change the direction if you don't pay attention. So hopefully this will help you for further Apple events, and see you around, guys. Take care.